Alright guys, I bring to you today a very competitive underused match versus Mosers from TeamUber chatbox. This was a really close game, epic match for underused especially, so make sure you watch it all. Pinzer versus Rotom leads. I might have expected him to be Scarfed, but I was not expecting him to be Scarfed and have Will-O-Wisp, so that was a bummer for me. I get the crit, which OKOs him. Earthquake effects because Mold Breaker renders Levitate useless. I think I would have OKO'd without the crit because Rotom's defense is absolutely disgusting, but always nice to be sure. He brings out Swallow, which is a god among mortals and underused. It's absolutely insane. The only thing that wasn't underused is Aggron and Golem and stuff like that do well, but all of those I to low kick, so I hate using them. And as you can see, it gave me a lot to think. But finally I decided to switch in the closest thing to a rock resist that I have, which, as you will see any second now, is Lunatone. He is a rock, but his defense is really bad. I focus on special defense, so I was hesitant to bring him in, but it took it well enough considering. Anyway, I'm afraid of U-turn here, which a lot of Swallows use these days, so I am going to switch out again. But turns out he does not seem to have U-turn, so he brings in Ampharos, aka his Light Pole. I bring Pinzer back in. He's relatively useless when burned, so I'm glad enough to get a super effective hit off, and I EQ, which did decent damage considering, you know, Ampharos has really good base defense and HP. He does not get leftover recovery or life orb recoil, so I'm guessing he's choice spexed, which makes me switch in my Meganium, which, despite not taking hits on the special side very well, Thunderbolt would have been not very effective, and it turns out he seems to be choiced. He brings in Nidoqueen, which has a really great move pool, also on the special side. I know it. I think she can learn Flamethrower or Fire Blast, as well as Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. So he Ice Beams me. As I said, Lunatone is focused on a special offense, so he takes that really well. My Hypnosis fucking misses. This is the part where I get pissed. He flatters me, which, you know, coming from guys is kind of awkward. It's even more awkward since the bastard actually manages to make me hit myself in confusion. A Psychic here would have obviously OKO'd, but the gods weren't with me. Now, Psychic would have done a lot to this, probably KO'd too because of the flatter raise, but turns out I get fucking confused again. So the Hypnosis missing two confusions basically cost me my Lunatone, which really pissed me off, and his Swallow still at great health now. Bad twist for me. Meaning the only thing I have a chance of finishing him off quickly is my own Swallow, you know. Since she's such a beast, why not use him yourself? He decides to not leave matters to the speed tie as long as he had max IVs. Maybe he didn't. And quick attacked me, which did good damage. However, my Facade somehow did not KO him because I wasn't Guts activated. So he might have been better using his own Facade there, but anyway. Claydol is another beast and underused. The only reason why it's not BL is because it's too ugly to have a lot of people use it. It takes the Facade really well, despite probably being more on a special side, and finishes me off with his Ice Beam. I bring in Meganium, which can take an Ice Beam or two, and does good damage with Energy Ball. It did not KO, but barely had him. Really amazing special defense from Claydol there. Stab Energy Ball, despite me being focused on defense and HP, not on special attack. He just lets Claydol die because he probably doesn't have a lot of things that can take Energy Ball as well. And he thinks a bit about what he's bringing in next. Turns out Poliwrath comes in. I don't know exactly what he does, what he wants to do with the Poliwrath. I've hit him for super effective Energy Ball. His Hypnosis misses, just as mine did earlier, so we're now equal on that. I use Energy Ball again, but, you know, doesn't KO him. He's bulky, as it seems, and this time Hypnosis hits and he gets me to be asleep. So now I'm asleep, so yeah, that's pretty bad. I just, I need to get it off, so I just decide to sleep a turn to make me able to wake up any turn now. He brings in Nidoqueen, which does not bode well for me since I'm asleep and can't really hit him back with much. I bring Muck in. At this point I can't hurt Nidoqueen with a lot because it's just a very bulky Pokemon and good move pool. But it takes the Ice Beam really well, and I was expecting him to Earthquake, but the Earth powers, which does even less. And I Explosion, because it's really the only way I can take it down fast. That was a crucial move in the game, because if he somehow critted me or killed me, then Nidoqueen would have raped me. Like this, I have a chance. We both think about this a bit now. I bring in Hitmontop with Technician, not an Intimidate one, and he brings in his Ampharos, aka Light Bolt again, which has good defense, so it's not dying. Unfortunately, with Triple Kick, I forgot the fucking Stasis, Static, I'm sorry. Since every hit counts with Triple Kick, I had a very high chance of being paralyzed, so that sucked ass. Luckily, I have Mag Punch, or Match Punch, I have no idea how that's pronounced, and I finish him off and do not get paralyzed. I obviously go for the same move again, but since he's an absolutely insane bulky beast, he actually lives it, which makes this an absolutely epic match because now it's a one-on-one situation, and I'm asleep. Now, if he had like an Ice Beam or something, I would have been pretty fucked, but turns out, he's obviously based around bulkiness, and I'm based around bulkiness, and he's based only around physical bulkiness, so that did not bode well for him at all. He does none damage whatsoever. So he literally would have had me need me sleep like 20 turns, which does not happen. Very epic match nonetheless. 1-0. Very great game, Mosers. Bye guys. See you next time.